Hey, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm Wood. In this series we're comparing two accounts that I started at the same time on the same day, and I'm playing the same way with one major difference. One account is free to play, the other has a monthly spending budget. It's day 51. Let's check our progress. Hey, thanks for joining me. As we do every day, the free-to-play account has a bluish-green, greenish-blue border around it. The budget account has no border. You can see we're on day 51 again, 200,000 silver. Like I've said many times, and I've said it on video, every silver award they give us in this game, as far as the awards go, they could just add a 0, multiply it by 10, and I think we'd be just fine. I think that would kind of get us at just enough silver to really be able to play early game and figure out the game. Even somebody like me that has quite a bit of experience playing the game, it's still a silver struggle. And there's so many things that you have to do with the silver, and you can't improve your builds as much as you want to. And it's difficult. Yeah, like that one, 25k silver. If that was 250,000, it wouldn't break the game. Anyway, that's just my little soapbox. We've got Midsummer Festival going on, and the events that are going on in that Midsummer Festival right now, we've got a Dungeon Divers event, which is it's a pretty okay event, especially because they have the Dragon Tournament going on. There's some multi-battle attempts. The multi-battle attempts have been really hit and miss. For some reason, maybe it's because I'm playing on BlueStacks or something, but I can't trust that the multi-battles are going to work, so I have to sit and watch and make sure. And after the first one goes, then I know it might work. But on Dungeons, on this account especially, on the free-to-play, it hasn't been working at all. And I don't really understand that. Don't understand why. So we've got 3 times on speed on Dragon again. And it's nice that they're running a Dragon turn attack at the same time, so that we can kind of double dip there and get some speed gear at the same time and get a few more rewards out of running Dragon. And you can see I've done some here on the free to play. These epic books are so precious. I think it's easy to forget. I take it for granted now on my main account that because the epic books seem plentiful and I don't have a lot of epics that I need to book anymore, and when I build a new one, it's usually pretty easy to get enough books. But when you're this early like this, those epic books become very precious, and you have to be really careful about where you spend those books and which champions you're spending them on. We're going to try and finish this tournament, even though it's not very efficient. I think I'm running 16 on both accounts, and taking more turns than we should be for those levels, and so it's not as efficient, but it's okay. I'm still getting more than 1 point per energy, and on these tournaments I'm only required to do 2,000 points, so that's not too bad. And it's less than 2,000 energy for a 2-day tournament, which that's very achievable. It's just I want to get on this mission where I'm creating another 6-star and so get that one out of the way. But and then we've also got training involved on this Path of Light event when we do some training. The Path of Light event, it's a 4-day event though, so I wanted to get the Dragon Tournament. I wanted to at least get the epic book and get some more speed gear, and I have gotten a few speed pieces, nothing spectacular, but I have gotten a few. And that's, it's always so important. I'm trying to get that Dragon Tournament finished before I start working on this training, and then hopefully you'll be able to train up another 6-star for both accounts during that. So as you can see, I don't have the sparring pit open completely for the free-to-play account yet. I want to build up more gems before I open that up. But I did get the gem mine open. And the most exciting news of the day was we joined a new clan. Both accounts, we got invited by Kyle again. I don't know if he wants me using his name, but his name is in his profile on YouTube, and he made a couple of comments. So I'm sorry if that's overstepping, but he made a very nice invitation to join his clan, and he gave the code, and I looked it up after Clan versus Clan tournament was over. It's Cannabis Crusaders. I'm not an advocate, but I'm not against it. But yeah, not my thing, but I think it's hilarious. It's great. You can see their banners, their sigil here. Very nice. So yeah, it was really nice of Kyle, and so we've got quite a few really active players. It looks like they don't have too many inactive accounts. We got this one that's 11 days old. I don't know if that's on vacation or not, but really nice of him to allow us to join. And so we're gonna try and be able to contribute here a little bit, because I feel a feel like there's some pressure. I gotta perform. So yeah, it's probably a clan that maybe I'm not ready to join yet, but yeah, we're gonna do our best. We're gonna try and show something. But yeah, they're doing Hydra Clash, which is great. They're number 1. Look at this. My perspective is endgame, and so I don't know what Hydra Clash looks like at kind of this early level. And so this is going to be an interesting one for me as well, because Hydra Clash, I was already well into doing Hydra before Hydra Clash even started, and so I've kind of only seen it from my perspective, and so this is going to be interesting. For us to work our way up to even one king normal is going to be very difficult to do. But again, it was a very nice offer, very very kind of him to allow both accounts. We're in here on both accounts. Really nice of him, and so hopefully his clanmates are okay with it. I will be active. That's the that's the good thing, and hopefully I'll be making enough progress quickly that it'll be worth their trust. But yeah, we're doing Brutal still. Let's see, I did 1 key on Brutal. Yeah, I did 1 key earlier today on Brutal. That was something I made a mistake about, though. I got up this morning, it just autopilot. I had 1 key for both of my accounts, and so I just did a clan boss key, and then I changed clans, so I sort of lost that key. But that's okay. That's a one-day hiccup, and hopefully here I have kind of a weird rotation here where Taragi the Frog and Frolny both do ally protection there on their first turn, and I should delay Taragi's ally protection 1 turn so that at least they're staggered. It's kind of a little thing, but I should have done that, and I just keep forgetting to do it. But they're doing pretty well, and I think we're at a pretty comfortable 2 key on Brutal with the free to play. Obviously, it's not that impressive at this point of the game. We're on day 51. We should probably be doing better than that. I just sometimes I'm not playing these 2 accounts night and day. I do get a little burnt out sometimes, and I have to take a break and go do something else. And I hope other people understand that. It's kind of a grind sometimes when you're running 3 accounts at the same time. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's the reality of it. I don't feel too bad about it though, because it's an experiment. The reason I'm doing this experiment is to show what 2 accounts run by the same player would look like if one was spending some money and the other one wasn't. I'm not trying to show if they're played in the most ultra efficient manner or anything like that. It's mostly just I want to show, because I'm the same player on both accounts. I'm doing sort of the same things and running things the same way. I just want to show what the difference looks like, and if spending more money makes it a more enjoyable experience. That's really kind of what I sort of set out to look at or to experiment on from the beginning. I have had fun spending money on my account, on my main account, but I went for a couple of years where I didn't spend a dime, and I really enjoyed it then too, and it didn't feel like a job. It didn't feel like work, I still enjoy playing that account. So but I wanted to show kind of the difference. Anyway, that's the kind of beside the point for right now. But yeah, the clan boss is going okay. I'm going to make a few little changes, but I have some gear enhancement that I really need to do, but I want to wait until an artifact enhancement event comes up. Hopefully we'll get an artifact enhancement event coming up pretty soon. We only had artifact enhancement on for first day of clan versus clan. This week, that was the last one that got finished. And I just didn't have time to do all the artifact enhancement that I wanted to do on either account. And I didn't have the silver either. Now I've built up a little bit more silver on the free-to-play. So I'm kind of more in a position where I could probably do one, especially with my, the method that I use. I hope if anybody, watching this series doesn't know, I did a video on kind of a method to use to save some silver. And it's something that's been talked about online before. And I did put the YouTube video where I learned how to do that method from. I did put it in the description. So if you want to link back to that video, if you're trying to learn how to do it, you could watch mine and that one, and I think that would help. Yeah, so I do save some silver doing that, but you still spend a lot. You still spend a lot of silver doing it, and it's been hard fought. The silver has been hard fought. So yeah, so we're doing okay here. I'm gonna switch over while they're going through this. I've probably got about 10 turns left. But while they're going through this, I'm going to go through and pick up the things from the budget account. Budget account is a little more fun because we pick up our daily gem pack items here. So that is nice. You know, the extra gems, I'm not going to say it doesn't make a difference. It does, you know, and the raid card has made a huge difference. The Forge Pass is just, it's incredible, you know, as far as the difference that it has made. But it's some money, you know, to spend, and everybody has to decide for themselves if that's worth it to them or not. But like I said in my video the other day, I haven't had more fun on the budget account because I've been allowed to make faster progress. It really, you know, sometimes it's really frustrating when you run into roadblocks, but you run into roadblocks like that no matter how much money you're spending. There was a guy, man, I think it's been over a year ago that he stopped playing, but he was really high level, you know, and even before Live Arena, he was always in Platinum Arena. He was always top 5. I think he won several times, and his name was Mac Chan, and I think he still runs a channel with different games and stuff. So go check him out. He's actually pretty entertaining to watch, and I used to watch his channel and like the guy, but he was playing at such a high level. But he spent quite a bit. I mean, you could tell he probably spent quite a bit. I think he disclosed in one of his last videos. I don't remember for sure, but I think he disclosed how much he had spent on his account, and it was a significant amount of money. I mean, I think for anybody that would be considered a significant amount of money. But he got really frustrated, you know, when Taras and Marishka were the top meta for Arena, and it was the meta for so long. And he just, you know, no matter how many 10 times, you know, he'd buy shards and he couldn't get those champions. And he got really, really frustrated with it. And I thought that was a really interesting perspective, that the level he wanted to play at, he had to spend a certain amount of money every month just to stay at that level. And here you can see over here that my Frolny is the last man standing. It's crazy. He is so good, you know. And somebody made a comment in I think the last video that I recorded for this series, and I thought it was a pretty good comment, interesting comment. And then there was another comment made, which, I mean, I like to hear these debates happening, especially to see them in the comments of the videos I made. It's kind of cool. But he made the comment that, yeah, people that are starting out right now don't even understand. If they get a mythical champion, they have no idea what it's like, how much of an advantage it gives you. I have, you know, the unique perspective that I know what kind of advantage it is to get one of these. But yeah, you can see, you know, Frolny just so good. He makes such a difference. And then somebody said, well, you know, because the guy that made the comment I don't know if it was a guy. I should never say that. The person who made the comment, I'm assuming it was a person. Maybe pretty soon we're going to have AIs doing these things. I don't even know. But the person who made the comment said, you know, I've been playing for over a year and haven't gotten, you know, any mythical champions. And then some people get really lucky, you know, right away and are able to get one. And I totally get it. You know, but I mean, that the game's kind of always been that way. And then somebody made the counter argument that, well, the mythicals have only been out for under a year. So, you know, and I just thought it was a fair comment. You know, if somebody really lucks out, you know, on an account when they're just starting out and gets a mythical, it's a huge advantage. And it's almost like a catch-up mechanic. I think they've added some of these things in as a catch-up mechanic for newer players to be able to make progress quickly. It has helped me in Arena also. Frolny is now my nuker for Arena. And like I've said this many times, I really don't have him built very well at all. He's, you know, he should be in much better gear than he is. I've got a couple of speed sets and a broken set on him. You can see there, and you know, his stats are nothing crazy at all. You know, 203 speed, I guess for this early, that's pretty fast. Somebody who's less than 2 months in the game, that's pretty fast for their nuker to be. But I've only got 100. I mean, I've got the 100% crit rate, but only 112% crit damage. And he doesn't need accuracy. I mean, he could benefit from resistance, I guess, in his other form, but right now, no, that's not. We don't really need that yet. But only 2,000 defense, only 50,000 HP. I mean, if you're really using Frolny to his full potential, this should be like 100,000, 110, 120. I've seen some guys with 120,000 HP on their HP nukers. And then, you know, in his defense form, he benefits a lot from defense. And so that should be up around 4,000 or 5,000. Crit damage should be over 300%. As I look at it, you know, from the perspective I'm at, that should be so much higher. But yeah, he's great. And so it's a lot of fun. I was able to get Stag Knight's cooldown booked over CVC, so that's been really helpful. I still want to get another book into this A1, because that extra 10% chance for the decreased speed I think would be helpful in a lot of places that we play, especially bosses that can take the decreased speed. I think that would be really helpful also. And Adeline, she's still good, and with that 5-star Brimstone, I'm almost, I don't know, I'm tempted to think that she might be a 6-star pretty soon. But I'm still kind of committed to Armiger here. I think Armiger really is going to be our next 6-star. There's arguments for Seer, obviously. I don't think we're ready to do speed running, but man, when we're ready, I mean, that'll be really nice to have. Basher would also be a good one. So I've got plenty of tools to play with here. Old Gruckus, I could totally see him being a 6-star, as soon as possible. Beardall Failhammer, not as much. He's probably down on the list. And Slixus, for this account so far, I think Slixus is a little bit less of a priority. But when I go over to the budget account, I think Slixus might be sort of a priority right after I finish. I don't know. I guess I'm just debating this through my head while I'm talking to you. That kind of helps me. You ever had somebody come up to you in a conversation and just talk their way through a problem and then say, hey, thanks for your advice, and you didn't say a word? That's kind of how I am. I'll just sit and talk about something with somebody, and I try and work things out by speaking about them. And I guess that's why it's a good thing for me to do this series, because I'll talk my way through. But yeah, I'm still committed to Skrank. I did 5-star Skrank the other day, but I am thinking maybe Slixus. We did pull our Slixus to get points. We were right at the threshold for personal rewards. I had more points on the budget account. We were right on the edge of getting another reward block for both the budget and the free to play. So I did pull the Slixus. It's 4,000 points when you get a unique epic champion that is, I think, also Void, but I can't remember if Void mattered or not, but I know it was 4,000 on each, so for the points, and that pushed us over on a tier block that gave us another reward. And so I thought that was worth it to pull him during the CVC. It might have been nice to save him for a champion chase, but because we had one last week, I'm not sure when the next one's going to come up. So I just decided to do it. And on the budget account, he might be our next nuker. After I get Skrank done, I'm going to start using Skrank, but then I really think Slixus might be our nuker on the budget account. But I'm switching back over to the free-to-play here. Yeah, and on the free-to-play, we're pretty much ready to pull our Broadmaw as well. And so I'll probably save that until the next champion chase. We don't really need Broadmaw yet, but we will eventually. It's kind of cool, too, because when you look at the index, you can see we've got Slixus, and then we'll have Broadmaw. That'll give us 2 out of the 3 of the Epic Void Lizardmen. Well, on the budget account, after we pull Broadmaw, we will have all 3 of the Epic Void Lizardmen, because we pulled Skathix over the 2 times Void weekend on the budget account. So that's pretty cool too. And Skathix can be really good also. I've used him before on my main account. He's really good for a cleanse and a block debuffs. So that really solidifies our Lizardmen there, especially because in one of the rotations of Doom Tower, and I can't remember which one ever, but there's a secret room where you can only use epic Lizardmen. And so having, quite a good selection of those, especially with a Reviver, is really nice when you're trying to collect fragments for some of those Doom Tower champions. The other thing we have, so we're up to 80. We're up to 80 fragments for Huntress and Bloodhorn on the budget account. Up to 22 for Drexthar. Not as good as I would like it to be. I think we should be a little further ahead on that. I'm a little behind on that. And then Archmage Helmet, we've done 3 of the secret rooms so far on Doom Tower. We've been able to just go on Doom Tower. It's been cool. Yeah, on Doom Tower, I wasn't able to get this secret room done, but I don't think I'm very far from being able to do it. I just have to do a little more work on Ursula the Mourner, and probably Lady Quillen. Actually, Lady Quillen is kind of a hard hitter, and she does have a pretty nice AOE. So I may do a little bit of work on her, not maybe make her a priority, but put some more resources into her. We'll be able to get this secret room done. I did actually get it done on the free-to-play, though. My Adeline sort of soloed it. That was kind of cool. Yeah, so her stats, she's just got better stats on the free-to-play than she does here on the budget. See, the free-to-play is keeping up. It's really cool. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, let's just see what they can do. Yeah, so this has been my on the budget account, this has been my team, because my Haikatoon is at level 60. And I do have my Fenshi booked on his A2 and his A3, and so he's been much better since. He's doing a lot more clan boss damage now with I've got him with Giant Slayer. And also on the budget account, I was able to get quite a bit more scroll farming done. So now Adeline has all of her scrolls finished. Because I don't have her level 60 yet, she doesn't have a tier 6 mastery, but that could be done at any time. If I do decide to 6-star her, she's got that available to her. Also Allure, she's only at level 50 also, but she has all of her scrolls done as well. So I can take them out of, Minotaur now, and I can put somebody else in to earn their scrolls and to earn experience. I really do like to farm experience in Minotaur. It's not the most efficient way for the experience, but you can do their experience while you're doing their scrolls. And it's something that I've always done on my main account, and you have to still prioritize who's most important to you at the time, and who makes the most sense. But as long as it's champions that you want to do masteries for, I really like doing it that way. Okay, yeah, you can see I'm just autoing the floors of Doom Tower, and we will probably get stuck on a boss here and there, but it's nice to be able to do the Doom Tower and get the rewards. Very cool. So yeah, that's most of the progress. We did win our clan versus clan tournament, but because I changed clans, you can see here that there's no clan versus clan tournament up still, because I changed clans. One thing, I don't know, this might interest you. I had not collected my personal rewards for clan versus clan tournament, and when I changed clans, I didn't, and it's funny because I didn't even think about it. When I changed clans, all of those went into my inbox. All the rewards for the personal rewards went into the inbox, and it just consolidated all the energy. You can see here, it's clan versus clan tournament reward, and you can see it just consolidated all the energy from that clan versus clan tournament win and just set it right there in the inbox, plus all the other rewards too. There were some XP banners and things like that. And I haven't checked in a couple of days. Yeah, see, we're built up to 3 weeks and 2 days on the free-to-play account with XP banners. On my main account, I've never run out of XP boost, because you just keep collecting more and more of it in the game, and I always just put it right in. I don't save them for anything. I just put them in, and I haven't run out yet. So I think that works. As long as you're active in the game, I think that will continue to work and be the case. It's funny because when I quit spending money on my main account, after the first couple months, I was spending some money, and I quit, and I thought, I'm going to have to be really careful now with the XP banners and stuff. I think I was at like 21 weeks or something like that, or of XP boost, when I stopped spending money, and I thought, well, eventually that's going to run out. Now I think I'm over 52 weeks or something like that. Like it's crazy. So yeah, I think if you're active in the game all the time. Now, if you're not playing as regularly, though, I think it does make sense to save those in your inbox, but you have to watch them because they run out, and not to forget to use them when you're doing champ training. I think if you're really active, though, I don't think you have to worry too much about the XP banner or the XP boost banners. So again, thank you, Kyle, for the invite to the new clan. I'm excited to be I'm not going to be a cannabis crusader, okay? That's not my thing, but I'm in the clan, and I'm really grateful that Kyle invited me. It was very nice of him, and hopefully, the clan leader, looks like Cyrillic alphabet to me. I don't know if that's Russian or Ukrainian or Belarus. I don't know, but anyway, so whoever the clan leader is, thank you, and this will be a good experience for everybody, and I'm going to try and contribute. I'm going to be active. I'm gonna try and contribute and get up to a point where I can contribute with Clan Boss and Hydra Clash as soon as I possibly can. Thank you again. Thank you for watching. I hope you're well. I've been Wood, and I appreciate you.